6:35. In less than a week, Milwaukee's health order will expire, which means businesses will be allowed to open at 100% capacity. Some places say they're not prepared. They don't have enough staff to fully open. Our Ryan Jenkins is taking a 360-degree look at what's behind the current worker shortage.
We are seeing we're hiring signs all over town right now, but there's growing debate over why. Some say there's a workforce shortage. Others say workers are simply in a position to demand better wages right now. To understand each side of the conversation, we're going 360, talking to a Wisconsin senator pushing to end federal unemployment supplements, an unemployed mom in a position to take a break from the workforce. We also hear from a workers union saying low wages are the issue, and the Wisconsin Restaurant Association that explains other factors at play. But we start with business owners desperately looking to hire.
Right now we're working with a skeleton crew, like very, very small.
As vaccination rates climb and as the CDC issues updated guidance, people are ready to go out and visit their favorite local businesses again. But the people who own those businesses say they are struggling to reopen.
We are short-staffed at all of our restaurants right now. We are actually strongly considering delaying the opening of a restaurant in Shorewood till the fall because of the staffing situation. It is unprecedented. It is a huge challenge for our industry.
According to the Wisconsin Restaurant Association, statewide, 22% of the workforce in the restaurant and hospitality industry hasn't come back since the start of the pandemic. In Milwaukee County, that number is closer to 38%.
So you've got the perfect storm of a lot of people who have left the industry. They went elsewhere, or they're sitting on the sidelines, or they don't have daycare and teens.
Christine Hilmer with the Wisconsin Restaurant Association says because of travel restrictions, there's also a lack of international employees who help fill summer jobs. And there's a growing trend of teens not needing or wanting to work. There's also an issue with benefits for those who lost their jobs last year.
The enhanced unemployment benefits and not requiring work search is having some folks sit on the sidelines.
That's why Wisconsin Senator Howard Marklein wants to end a $300 a week federal supplement for unemployed people. Right now, it goes through September of this year.
We are not taking the safety net away. The state unemployment benefit remains at whatever level they were at. This is just the $300 additional federal supplement that people are receiving per week.
He's worried that the current benefits are discouraging people from applying for jobs. He says right now, on average, people are being paid roughly $16.75 per hour to not work.
I talked to a business in my area that has 80 openings, and they had to cancel a $1.6 million order from a customer last week.
Jelaine Kowski is an unemployed mother who has a different perspective. She and her husband lost their jobs during the pandemic.
I mean, I was doing nails for 26 years, so that's all I pretty much knew.
She began collecting unemployment, but as time went on, she decided it was best for her family to stay home.
I have saved quite a bit of money from that whole situation. And so I'm kind of sitting in a good position right now that I would like to go back. And I've even had a couple jobs lined up. I had a third shift job lined up, and then my husband got offered third shift and he was going to be making more money.
In Jelaine's situation, you might see why some argue the workforce is not the issue.
Well, first of all, we don't have a workforce shortage. We have a wage shortage. And the truth is, there's a shortage of employers willing to pay people a living wage that they're willing to go to work for.
Peter Rickman, president of a local workers union, says what we're experiencing is a labor market broken before the pandemic, complicated by COVID. He believes raising wages could solve the hiring issue quickly.
We've got workers essentially saying we're withholding our labor until we get the wages that we need.
Wisconsin has reinstated its requirement that people who receive unemployment benefits must prove that they're looking for work right now. That requirement was one that was suspended during COVID. Reporting in Milwaukee, Ryan Jenkins, TMJ4 News.
Going deeper on the state of unemployment here in the Badger State, Wisconsin's unemployment rate sits at 3.8%. It is lower than the nationwide unemployment rate that is currently at 6%.